Good evening and thanks for joining us. He had threatened his wife and family before. New details are emerging about the man behind Edmonton's mass murder. Court documents reveal 53-year-old Fu Lam had previously been ordered to have no contact with his wife. He was also a gambler with major money troubles. But what appears to have sent him over the edge was the discovery the boy he thought was his son was not actually his biological child. Vashi Capellas reports.
A memorial continues to grow at the scene of this mass murder. Tributes for the victims pouring in as a clear picture of the family anguish that led to the killings emerges.
Based on what we saw in terms of evidence in the house, it was fairly obvious to us that this was planned and deliberate.
2012 court documents show when Fu Lam found out his son wasn't biologically his, he lashed out at his wife, Tien Trung, and her family, threatening to kill them. Trung secured a protective order against Lam, but 3 months later it ended when neither she or Lam showed up for court. Police say Trung, her son, her parents, her sister, and her niece were all shot dead in cold blood by Lam in this house. Police say he then went to another house in South Edmonton, intending to shoot a man who wasn't there. Instead, Lam shot Cindy Duong with her husband and children in the house. Lam later turned the gun on himself at a restaurant outside of Edmonton. His criminal history has some asking if the murders could have been prevented.
We haven't had any involvement with the families or the family since the 2012 matter. And at that time, all supports were offered and made available to them.
While testifying for the protective order, Trung alleged Lam also choked and physically and sexually abused her. He was charged, but Trung later recounted her accusations and the charges were dropped. Lam also faced serious financial problems. Bankruptcy papers show he racked up $100,000 of credit card debt and attended a gambling recovery program just last year. Lam and Trung met in Vietnam in 2000, marrying 6 months later. Trung was 18 years Lam's junior. She was 35 when she was killed. Her son was just 8. Vashi Capellas, Global News.